Okay, press the brakes, part 2, right? We're April 27, 28, 29, 29, 27, Saturday the 27th. Here I am making diagrams for brake pads so we can order up, or search and by size on the Center brake pad website. I bought some Center pads from them before. These are them here. For the kids' cart, the DR carts, these match our fronts exactly. Right? Unfortunately, the ones we got from Joe don't match our front brakes on the old Blue Demon there. But good thing is, these are identical. These are the ones I bought for the kids' cart. I bought 2 sets. The other cart in the trailer has a brand new set in it that, of course, have not even been used yet. So we have the invoice, obviously, on our computer, on our email. So we know what they are. We just have to find this one here, and we'll get all the brake pads ordered. Thought you weren't going to do this until after you get it running and get it shook down. Well, I took the rear rotor apart. I wanted to clean all these pieces up, and it was just too hard to do with it all together. I mean, to wire wheel all this stuff, clean all of it, put it all back together. It's got some rust and some crap on it. Was going to clean up the cart, because we get the grease and oil, chain lube off it, just get it all, the chassis all cleaned down before we put our axle in. We checked the one piece of keyway that we had, or key stock that we had. We measured it, made sure it worked. It was attached to the rotor, so we made sure that our gear worked, that it was the right depth for the keyway or key slot on the gear, and it is. So we know what we need to order for those, because we're going to need them for each wheel hub, and for the sprocket as well. So we know we need to order some of those. Took the brake apart to clean it, and folks, those hot spots that we said were on this rotor, right, are a dead giveaway that this thing's been overheated or something. It's warped out of shape. The center is so this thing's shot. That's all there is to it. There's no sense at this point trying to clean it and use it, because it's warped. So we're going to look for we measured these. It's 200 millimeter outside to outside, and I believe, did I write it down? I believe it's 8 millimeter thick, I think. To be honest, I didn't write it down yet, but I will. I believe it's an 8 millimeter rotor, and then we already know what these were, but we will take these off and measure outside diameter, because the outside diameter isn't affected by wear, and then measure the untouched part of the rotor for thickness, and then we can go shopping. No sense in messing around. I hate to say, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up on June 3rd. But it just seems like, the more we take steps forward, we take a couple steps back. And again, I've said this before, and I said this to Joe at his house out in his garage yesterday. It's not his fault, and I'm not blaming Joe. I'm not upset about it. As a matter of fact, in the last video, I told you I'm touched. Him and I both talk about how the Lord has blessed the both of us in our lives, and so this is, I look at this as it may be a setback, but it's the enemy of man trying to get you to say, oh no, God doesn't have his hand on you. He's not doing good things in your life. Look, you went to all this trouble and it's not working. It's going to work. It's going to work fine. And like I said, the blessing's twofold, and in the end, God will get all the glory. It'll have brand new brakes on it. We may find that there's something wrong, and if we hadn't got into it, we could have, It's like I just told the wife, she was just in here, and I told her about it, and she's kind of shaking her head, and I said, well, she understands. We're not going to be running around the backyard with this thing. We're going to be running on a racetrack with it, and with a bunch of other people. The last thing you want is to have something break. You try to control the car and take yourself and some 3, 4, 5 somebody else's out. I mean, I couldn't imagine having to live with myself like that. So, yes, little setback, but still, we made good progress in Waterville yesterday, and we're gonna continue moving on. Next, we'll take this stuff off. We'll get the steering shaft out and compare it for certain to make sure that it's the length that we need, and that's gonna work for us. But can't get the axle put back in. We will continue cleaning up the go-kart as soon as we make our shopping list of brake pads and rotors and stuff and the dimensions and everything we need, and we'll move forward, right? If for some reason this kart isn't ready for the 3rd of June, the Yamaha kart in the trailer, the laydown, is ready to go, and we'll spend the rest of our time, if we can't get this one going, getting the piston port engine over there ready. For the vintage kart for Rich, it's just a matter of throwing some parts and pieces together. Everything's over there. I just got to get over there and assemble some things. He's going to get the kart over here. We'll bleed the brakes. All those brakes are fresh and new, completely rebuilt, masters, calipers, all that. So yeah, I could go chase him around in his vintage go-kart in this old beat-up Battle Axe Yamaha kart, and that would be fun. Anytime two bros are on the track, man, you know, it's always good fun. So we'll do what we got to do. If we don't get this thing ready to go until Mid-Ohio, then guess what? We take the trailer to Mid-Ohio for the first time since 2006, and we go down there and we shake down our go-kart and try to throw it on the racetrack and see what happens, man, you know. It'll get better. It'll get better. Hang in there, y'all. I'm hanging in there. Keep a smile on your face. Glass is half full.